Hey everyone, Dude's Truth here back with another Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel video, and today we're taking a look at Kashtira. So with the upcoming Ariseheart and pretty much all the support of Kashtira arriving in Master Duel, I guess it's best to show you guys what cards you need to have or what kind of deck build you need to have in time for Ariseheart releasing in the game. So let's take a look at the current deck build. So Kashtira is a really powerful tier 1 deck in OCG and TCG. While it didn't reach the highest of highs in OCG because, tier governments exists, TCG got to experience a full power tier 1 Kashtira strategy, so pretty cool. And this is one of the most dreaded decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! So if you're able to build this, if you have the materials to build this, I'd recommend it, especially if you're looking to grind rank or join tournaments. This is one of the best decks to have right now in Master Duel. And if you got to craft or buy a lot of the Kashtira cards from the earlier wave of support, well, you're in luck because you're gonna utilize all of them at full power now. So this is a pretty standard Kashtira deck list that we might see in Master Duel. So this is gonna be interesting. Let's remove the floodgates, I think. So I don't wanna recommend a deck that might be nasty. Well, one skill drain here, floodgates. I'll explain that later, but this is pretty much a standard Kashtira deck list, and this is pretty powerful. And I think if you have this, as I said, you can grind ranked way better and have better performance in tournaments if you're joining Master Duel tournaments, whether it be local or international. So let's take a look at the deck list. So first off, staples, 3 Maxi, 3 Ash, mandatory, Imperm, called by, and cross out. Cross out I think is really great here because you can use it to banish a Kashtira and revive with Birth. You can revive Kashtira from graveyard or banish zone with this one. We can also use this in mirror matches, negate other Kashtiras, which there are a lot of here. So it's really good to have it on deck. Next we have Planet Pathfinder. So um Kashtira has Raid Salt, which is their crazy field spell, and it's limited to one. So to accommodate or to alleviate that problem and the fact that terraforming is banned in Master Duel, we have Planet Pathfinder. So Planet Pathfinder is your main normal summon because you can tribute this card to add one field spell from your deck to hand. And the best thing about Kashtira is that all of them have special summoning conditions, so you can just normal summon this without consequence and get your field spell. You can run two of these, but some people run this at three depending on how much you wanna see it. I think with the amount of draw power we have here, I think having it at 2 is fine because you also want to make sure you see more Kashtira cards in your hand. So next up we have Kashtira Riseheart. So Riseheart is your special summon if you have a Kashtira monster, and you can change this card's level to 7 and banish a Kashtira card from your deck and banish 3 cards from opponent's deck face down. So solid a really solid starter and extender. Mostly extender, which allows you to just remove 3 cards for your opponent's deck and banish a Kashtira card, which allows you to use Burt and retrieve some Kashtira cards, which is really awesome. Also a warrior monster, so you can search this using reinforcement of the army. I don't have it on my deck list, but I think it can see use if you want to be a bit more consistent and want to see more Riseheart, more Kashtira names on your hand. Oh, I think we forgot this staple. So Dimension Shifter, Kashtira does not care about getting banished because getting banished is their main win condition and their main play style. They use the banish zone to their advantage. So Dimension Shifter allows you to shut down graveyard decks or decks that need to have, yeah, any deck that needs to have cards in the graveyard is gonna be wrecked. This also prevents a lot of hand traps from activating. So really good. Dimension Shifter is crazy. Next, we have Fenrir. Fenrir is arguably the best Kashtira card here because it's not only used in Kashtira, it's also used in other decks. So, Kashtira Fenrir is a free special summon, just like all the level 7s. And this allows you to search Kashtira monsters from your deck and add them to hand. And this also has a free face down banish, which you can use during battle or as a response to another card effect, to another monster effect. So really crazy, really powerful. Pretty much like the deck's heart and soul in the main deck. Next we have Kashtira Unicorn. Kashtira Unicorn allows you to search any Kashtira spell from deck to hand. And it can also banish one card that your in your opponent's extra deck face down, so you can cut down their resources with this. Another powerful level 7, which is great to start. Next, we have Kashtira Ogre. So we only have one of these, but this allows you to search a Kashtira Trap, which you'll have like one or two, which I think you'll have two of those. And Kashtira Ogre does have allows you to scan 5 cards from the top of your opponent's deck and banish one excavated card face down, so you can scan your opponent's next draws and remove one of those, which is crazy. You only need one of these, so it's pretty fine. We also have Nibiru here, just in case you get Nibiru during a mirror match or during or against any other deck that wants to counter Kashtira. So Nibiru is really good. This is mostly here for a cross-out target. Next we have our draw power and slash utility card. So 2 Pot of Extravagance. So this has been recently hit to 2. This used to be at 3 until recently. So Pot of Extravagance means we have to run full copies of most of our extra deck monsters here because you wanna have a really powerful draw 2 effect. You wanna utilize this to make sure that your deck is as consistent as it can be. Next we have Triple Tactics Talent. While I always prefer the draw power, the draw 2 of Triple Tactics, but taking control of your opponent's monster during until the end phase is really good because you can steal Xyz monsters, you can steal other Kashtira monsters in the mirror match, you can steal really powerful boss monsters and can use them as material really powerful. Or you can remove one card from opponent's hand, depending on their hand size during that turn. So really powerful. Only one, because this can get tricky if you have multiples. Pot of Prosperity, your next draw power card. So banish 3 to 6 just to get your just to find a specific card you need on your first 6. Kashtira Birth allows you to special summon non-Xyz Kashtira monsters in your banished zone and graveyard as stated earlier, and you can basically have a free normal summon level 7 just in case you need that. And if your opponent activates a spell card or effect while you control a Kashtira on the field, you can target 3 cards in their graveyard and banish them face down. So this allows you to keep going with your banish face down playstyle and lock more zones on the way. You have skill drain here for your main floodgate, so this is pretty nasty. This allows you to just shut down most of your opponent's plays on the field, just in case. And this is great, especially if you already zone lock them, so you really just can't they can't really move too much. Next we have Kashtira Preparation. This is another way to special summon Kashtira monsters. So yeah, pretty powerful. This also has a banish face down effect too, but it's not as effective or not as powerful. But this is still handy to have just as long because you need Kashtira Theosis, Big Bang, and Raitsot. So you need as many Kashtira back row support as much as possible. Now let's go with the extra deck. To Cheng Ying, I was thinking of adding Baron here, but I think Cheng Ying is way better because once you have a lot of banished monsters in your opponent's monster, in both banished piles, you can really use this to swing for game and have a really powerful beat stick that's hard to remove because you can banish a card to protect this. And This is summonable using Ash, so just in case if you since your normal summons are usually free and you have a lot of chances to bring out a level 7. 3 plus 7 makes Cheng. And with a huge banish zone, this turns into a really, really tough beat stick to remove. So yeah. Also has a banish effect for removal, which can just complement your strategy even better. Big Eye allows you to steal a monster. Really good. Permanent steal, so that's crazy. It cannot attack, but doesn't matter because you stole your opponent's monster, so that just accounts for a lot of things. Next, you have Jeff Ghosts, the Mind Hacker, which allows you to remove one monster from your opponent's extra deck and also banish some cards from the top of your deck face down. So this is a supplement to your Kashtira strategy and just make the entire strategy and board work. While having a Ariseheart does mean that you don't need to use this as much as the first wave. It's still good to have. Next, we have Kashtira Shangri-Ira, which is your zone locker and your special summon from deck monsters are really powerful. This is one of your win cons, so you have to lock your opponent's zone, just wreck them up, and make sure limit their playing field literally by using this. So really powerful. And finally, we have Zeus. So Zeus, you have a lot of Xyz here, and if you need a free board wipe to just get your to recover or prevent your opponent from doing anything, just your their board is a Zeus away. And I think that's it for the Kashtira cards or for the Kashtira deck. I think this is all you need to prepare for Ariseheart releasing and all the new support in Master Duel. If you have any other suggestions, if you have other tech cards you want to mention, or if you have other ways to play Kashtira, other builds you want to recommend, you can leave it in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, you can leave a like, you can share this video as well, and you can subscribe to more Master Duel content on this channel. That would help the channel grow, and that would be awesome. But that's it for our Kashtira deck profile video in preparation for Ariseheart, and I'll see you on the next video. So thank you for watching, and goodbye, guys.